Well folks, today on Stormin the Outdoors, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of my madness, the method of my madness on hanging my trail camera later in the season. It's September 21st. We got about a week and a half before the season opener for archery season, and we really want to get out and do a lot of small gaming this year, so we're hoping to fill our tags early and give us an opportunity to spend some time out in the woods with some of our buddies with their bows, and also do some small game hunting. DJ's a big grouse hunter. I've always been quite a fan of helicopters. Squirrel hunter, rabbit hunter, fall turkey. I always enjoyed fall turkey hunting. But today I'm out checking an area where we've had the camera set up before. I had the camera up above here, moved it to about 4 different trees into a place where I was finding some rubs. And you see I'm standing here beside a rub, and I'm about 6 foot tall, and this rub comes up to here on me and goes all the way down to about 10 inches off the ground. It's on a tree, not that big around, and that to me indicates a pretty nice buck because it's up so high. It's on such a nice sized tree. I came in and found this the other day. Just happened to notice a trail close to the area where I've been hanging my camera, a trail coming out, crossing the road and crossing a field. And DJ had seen those nice bucks that we have on the trail camera up in this area, crossing that field at 8:30 one evening. So it was just before dark, and I'm hoping that they're using this area to cross that field and go feed over there. We were getting them at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, probably a half a mile away through this strip of woods. So I'm hoping that they're coming out of here using this area. I found some nice trails. I came in on the trails. I found this rub first of all because it stands out like a sore thumb. I got about 6 rubs right up here above me, a couple more rubs down here. There's quite a few trails, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly what trail these deer are using. And one thing that's throwing me off is it's just totally flat. This whole piece comes down flat and drops off a little bit here, but it's mostly flat up on top. So, you know, usually if you have a bottleneck or something like that, a ridge or a bench, you kind of get a little better idea. But this being just flat like this, it's a little bit harder to pinpoint where the deer are coming from. But, I have my camera on a tree right back here. Hung it there for 3 days. Didn't have any pictures at all, and it's on a pretty heavy trail. So I actually noticed 2 scrapes, and I'm going to look into why a buck scrapes early. Right now, I have no idea. I don't know why a buck is scraping this early, being September 21st. There's 2 scrapes side by side up here, so that's where I hung my camera at. I'm going to show you those scrapes here in a minute. I'm going to show you where my camera's at. Hopefully I have some pictures on it, but you can't use food this time of year because it's too close to season. You'll get yourself arrested doing that. So you want to, you know, hopefully have your deer pinpointed, have an idea what deer you want to hunt or where you're going to hunt, and then you just go out and try and find a trail where the deer are using naturally, not with drawing them in with food. You can't draw them in with food in Pennsylvania. Some states you can, here you can't. So you can't draw them in with food. You can hunt over a natural food source. So if you have some nice white oaks that are dropping, or cherry trees, or corn, something like that the deer are using, that's an excellent way to set up on a food source early season, before the rut starts kicking in, and you can get in there in the mornings or the evenings and hunt those areas. Hunt the corridors heading to those areas. You don't necessarily want to hunt on a cornfield. A mature buck is not going to go out into the middle of the woods, or into the middle of a field rather, in the daytime. They will, but typically they won't. They'll find a staging area or even a pre-staging area. And a staging area might be something like this, the area that I'm in now. You start finding some buck rubs, a few scrapes, some nice trails, and that's a good indicator where the bucks are kind of gonna, they're gonna hold up there until they have the cover of darkness to walk out into a field to feed, or cross a field to get to a food source like the cornfield that's over there. Right behind me here is the scrape where the bucks are scraping right now. There's another one about 8 yards away, right behind me on this trail. You can see where I have my camera hung in the tree up there. I got no pictures, but it's only been here for about 24 hours. And usually I like to let them hang for at least 3 days. Sometimes I get antsy and check them too soon, and that may be my problem. But I hate to let it hang somewhere where it's just wasting time sitting in the woods, because I'm running out of time here. I do have a nice buck rub here. A few other nice buck rubs on this tree. Another one over there. And what I'm going to do is move this camera. I noticed yesterday after I had already hung it on the way out here, this trail and another trail come together and they form a super highway. So with all these rubs in here and all this sign with this this scrape here and the scrape right up here, I think that the deer are funneling out of this area, kind of getting together on that trail, because that main trail comes together right before crossing the field. And even if I get pictures on there of them just after dark, at least I'll know whether they're, you know, coming this way and going out into the field, or whether this is their way of coming back in from the field in the morning. So I'm trying to pinpoint which way they're coming from and how to set up on these deer in a week and a half. So I'm going to hang my camera over there and I'll show you where I hang that at, and hopefully by the time I put this video up, I'll have some pictures to show you. Alright, now what I have here is two trails come together right here. This is highways I was telling you about. Now I had my camera, it was only about 40 yards that way. One real nice trail comes up out a little bit on an angle. I got another real nice one coming together here. I don't know if you can quite make this out, but there is a trail coming through here. It's the nicest trail I found in here so far. So I found a tree right here. It's close. Bend this back around, and I'm gonna hang my camera right here. Hopefully get a picture of something walking by. Haven't been getting many pictures lately, and I don't know if it's because my camera's a little messed up. So I'm gonna try and hang it close. See if maybe it's just not getting farther away. So I got a pretty clear path here. Now what I'm going to do is, just for a little bit of added camouflage, take the end of this, stick one leaf up through there. One branch ought to be enough to hold that. Tighten that down. Now what that does, I didn't kill the bush. It kind of camos my camera a little bit. Not just from the deer seeing it. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about somebody else seeing it, deciding that they want it. Because it's a $240 camera. It was last year. Anyways, I don't know what they go for now, but it's the only one I have. I can't afford to buy another one right now. So I got one camera, and I hate to just leave it in the woods like this, but that's what it's made for, you know? So I try to hide it a little bit. I don't want to entice anybody. It's a shame people would steal your camera, but I had one stolen last year. I had another one hanging in a place actually right near my house, and somebody stole it. But what can you do? I wrap this cord around here. That black stands out like a sore thumb on these trees. I got to paint that. I wanted to do this year, but I just forgot about it, and I don't want to spray paint on it now. But I'm gonna spray paint it like a gray or a green, so it's hidden a little more. So that looks like it's angled right. Now I got another bush over here. It seems to be in the way. I don't want this thing blowing in the breeze and triggering my camera. I'll come in off 20 pictures, get excited, and it'll just be a tree. So bust those two off. Move those out of the way. Now you really don't want to contaminate an area too much. I really honestly am spending too much time in here, a lot more than I should be, and talking loudly to do this video, obviously. But should be a good spot. Like I said, I got two real nice trails coming through, and quite a few buck rubs right back here, and this whole flat top that goes along. I've been finding rubs along there, but just haven't been getting the pictures. I don't know why. I guess maybe I'm checking my camera too often, or maybe I'm just hanging it in the wrong spots, or it's possible my camera's messed up, because it really, even when I walk up to it, it seems like it's not taking pictures like it should be. So I don't know. If that's the case, I'll be calling Cuddy back. I heard they're really great with customer service, so if I'm having problems with my camera, I'll call them up, and I'll let you know how that goes too, because if you're going to go buy a Cuddy back camera, believe me, they're not paying me to say this. If you're going to go buy a Cuddy back camera, you should know that you should know what their customer service is like. So I've never had a problem with it. I love it, but if it's acting up, I'll let you know how that goes too. Well, I hope that today's video helped you out a little bit. It's a little tough, and like I said, I'm not a super pro, so I just go out and do everything that my dad's taught me to do, and that I've learned through the years from friends and family and guys that I've hunted with. And I hunt with a real good group of guys now, so including my family. Obviously, my dad's always been a huge outdoorsman, and he's taught me quite a bit. And I read as many magazines, watch the Outdoor Channel, and learn as much as I can. So I hope that I'm helping somebody and passing that knowledge off to somebody else. I haven't killed a Pope and Young buck or a Boone and Crockett buck, but think as to date I have 9, 10. I forget, I have to double count, but I think I might have $10 to my credit. Maybe 4 8-points. 2 on the wall, I got a 9-point on the wall and an 8-point on the wall. Nothing to get super excited about, but nice bucks. And I know Danny, Dwayne, both have killed some real nice ones. Our brother-in-law DJ, he's killed a real nice one. So we're out here trying. We're sharing knowledge with each other, sharing different tips, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and passing those on to you. And if you guys learn anything from it, or you just get some entertainment out of it and watch and say, that guy don't know what in the world he's talking about, that's cool with me. So thanks for checking out the video. Check out the website, stormintheoutdoors.com. We're going to have some really cool things coming up. We're working real hard for this hunting season, and this hunting season is going to be hopefully awesome. But we're out there trying, and we're going to give them hell, and we'll be storming the outdoors. So check us out.